Just do it, Matt.
My name's Rocket with Rocket Vlogs, and we're listening to the Anti-Gravity Group here on...
Unbelievable.
He's
okay.
My name's Taylor.
Taylor.
What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of the Anti-Gravity Group podcast. My name is Braden Carlson.
My name is Taylor.
My name is Shane, or as you might know me, Postart.
And my name's Matt.
Yeah, something like that. I don't even really know how to react to all that.
The Taylor was pretty good.
Well, welcome to another live nonsense episode of the Anti-Gravity Group podcast, where we just kind of chat and talk. So a little bit of backstory for those who just listen to the podcast and never got to experience one of these genuine we're doing nothing live streams. Really anything can happen in here. Sometimes we make a tier list about candy or cereal or fast food places. Sometimes we talk about rockets. Most of the time we talk about rockets, but really we're just here kind of having a chit chat. We got the live chat going. Dylan Bender says, hey, AGG. Eric Steinhagen says, howdy, folks. And Canadian Sig says, hi. Hello, live chat people. Ask us some questions. Give us some topics. Tell us what you guys did rocketry related, and let's bear through this all together.
Are we going to shoot some S in this group, in this chat?
Yeah. What kind of S do you want to shoot?
I don't know. My mind's kind of empty right now.
Why'd you ask?
I was just curious in case somebody might be wanting to know that question if we're going to be shooting S.
Yeah, I mean, you really kind of set it up there like you had something to say, so I was kind of excited. But
all right, a topic.
All right, here's the topic. What's your favorite flavor of sparkling water?
Lime. Lime's the least offensive one because it actually tastes just like water with lime in it. Otherwise, if you're trying to get into flavors and you're just like, yeah, this almost tastes like what you think it should, but mostly it tastes like sparkling water.
My favorite is the Good and Gather watermelon and lime. That's a good combo.
Ooh, this man's shopping at Target.
Yeah, watermelon.
He's loaded over here.
Yeah, what? I have the red card. I couldn't get in there if I didn't have the red card.
Dude, when I moved in with Matt for the year I lived with him, at first that was jarring to me that he just could buy everything at Target, but then I started doing it too because it was just so conventionally close.
Dude,
I was
Target
like, I
kind of
get it,
slaps.
but I don't know if his new place, if he's conveniently close to Target.
It's not too bad. I do have a Walmart and Target right there, so not too far.
Well, Target's just, never mind.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about some rocket stuff if people are still listening to this somehow. But first, we're going to plug our new merch again. So I know we did this last week, but listen, we recorded this episode immediately after we recorded the last one. So we have to double down here. The new Anti-Gravity Group merch has landed, and it is what the kids are calling dumb lit. Right, Shane?
Yeah, I think so.
They're telling me it's 6'7".
Whoa. Looks like it'll add a lot of riz to your shiz.
That is skibbity, Matt. Skibbity for sure.
These people are all over 30.
No, not over 30. You sick.
30 plus.
Yeah, there you go. That means we get great rental car rates. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, here's the new posters. You can get them either framed or unframed. The framed one costs an additional $20. Actually, $19.99. Photo by Chuck Haskin of the Punisher flying at Midwest Power on the N2000, 3 M1297s, and 3 L850s in all of its complete glorious purpleness. Just like it was when it flew, when the whole thing was purple. Don't ask me any more questions about that. Go get yourself a poster.
That's the only way I remember it.
And if you're in the live chat right now, I have pinned the URL because I haven't purchased a URL for it yet or forwarded the AGG podcast one because I need to set it up. So right now the URL is Anti-Gravity Group Anti-Gravity Group. Hold on, we're going to run this one more time. Anti-Gravity Group-shop.fourthwall.com. How could I screw that up? It's so easy to remember.
Anti-Gravity Droop.
Yeah, I mean that seems like it'd be the opposite of what you'd get with no gravity.
How come that one
Yeah.
shirt's just black?
That's just the back of it.
The back.
I see.
So here we go. We got Nigel the Rocket hat, both beanie and trucker edition. I think the trucker one's a little bit understated. This is our friend John. He's a model for us over there at the HG
I thought that was
warehouse.
Dandrew.
No, Dandrew did the what was he on? I think he might have been on the shirts. No, I can't remember what Dandrew did. Maybe he was on the because I know Jennifer did the hoodie. Dandrew Johannesson was in something, not the beanie. Nope, not the beanie. Well, anyway, there you go. The Nigel the Rocket hat beanie, $25, and the Nigel the Rocket hat trucker hat is $27.99. And
I really
right
like
now,
the Nigel shirt with just the little just on the
Just-
pocket there.
yeah, it's like a nice little subtle
Yeah, it's pretty subtle.
fromage, as they say. And then there's the big Nigel hoodie if you want to be less subtle.
Do they have a purple on the new merch site? Is that an
Yeah,
option.
there's a purple for this shirt.
Ooh, I like that. That orange pops.
Yeah, it does. Very Los Angeles Lakers about it. I guess that's gold and purple. I kind of like the heathered blue on
Ooh,
all
yeah.
of them. It's pretty nice. But anyway, that's anti-gravity group shop.fourthwall.com. Please,
You have a sample of one of those, right?
I do, yeah. It's I think it's in the lobby.
Have you washed
actually. I
it?
just wore it yesterday. Yeah, and you know what? It stayed the same size, and the
Oh.
logo stayed on it.
Perfect.
Yeah, I love when
those
the
are two
shirt doesn't
things
shrink.
that you just assume your shirt will do, but we found that's not always the case.
Yeah, we did find that out, and because of that, partially there's like 27 more of those shirts in my garage that at this point I'm gonna just have to start handing out, or I'll be stuck with them forever. Dylan Bender says, "Will the APCP shirts make a comeback?" Yeah, I should put those on there actually because people like those a lot. Nobody bought the Thunderstruck one though; it was better because it was the red and yellow graphic. I like that one more than the basic
Yeah, I
white
do
one.
too.
It's way cooler. Jonathan Gabery, the Rocket Child, says, when is the Punisher flying next and on what motors? Great question to ask right now while we're plugging merch, because if if we want to do that, we kind of need these nice folks over here to buy some merch. What was our plan for Indiana? Because we got to keep it under
Well,
the waiver.
We still are we've ran a few ideas. We're still working on the details, but I like the idea of keeping it on the lower end of which is funny because that still means like 10,000 feet.
Yeah,
But
nice, easy little lob shot.
because what I don't want is to put it in the trees there. And just the fact that trees exist makes me a little bit nervous to max out the waiver. So
Yeah,
it depends if we
Yeah.
want to do air starts or not.
I
we
mean,
want
I
to do
do
air
want to
starts?
do air starts. Yeah,
The only thing is, like, if we're going to do air starts, I'm tempted to do the 20,000 foot run, which I feel like we should do at Argonia.
we can do a warm up.
Probably.
We could do a warm up. I like the idea of doing a hard super thunder hit on the ground and then air start and some white lightning.
What if we did? We could do like M6000 and 3K 1800s and then air start like L1040s or L900s, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. Sounds good to me.
Because I'm like, we run a lot of white
I'm still a little
lightning is
scared of the
all.
MC.
Yeah, I am too, but
It seems
I
like
mean,
a lot of motor.
Chris Phillips just flew and it worked. It was cool.
Yeah.
I think it was in a 5-inch Punisher or 6. I can't remember, but it ripped. Dougie Dollar says, y'all have fun. I'm cutting out a bad sagged fillet and reapplying. That's a tough day.
Sucks.
I've never cut one out from it sagging, but I did have to replace the fillets on the V2 after it fell over when I was painting it. So I got to sand off all the paint and Dremel out all the fillet and do it again, which I loved.
Yeah.
I had a lot of
I
fun
did-
with that.
I did that on my Lance Beta.
Isn't it a good time? It's so fun.
It's so fun. Yeah.
Can't
Although,
15. Oh, good.
I had just bought Braden had talked me into buying the big belt sander at that point. So it was a lot easier.
Dude, the Harbor Freight belt sander is a game changer.
The problem though was that the little canards were really small, and it eats so hard that I was worried I was just gonna get it going too good, and then it was just gonna sand through the whole fin, like it's just getting away from me, and it misshapes it all.
That is definitely fair. All right, well, what kind of rocketry stuff should we be talking about, guys? Have you seen the Featherweight F?
No, what is that?
I think we were talking about it last time, weren't we?
Was it
I
the
don't
little
know.
tracker?
No, that's the Swift. The Featherweight F1 is a rocket kit.
We talked about this. I don't remember if it was on the podcast.
Well, we're going to talk about it again because we probably didn't really dive into it. But, dude, this is like very reminiscent of like the Blackhawk, or even like, I mean, it wasn't around for the FSI Mockbuster where they're like, it'll break the speed of sound.
It was Rocket Vision, not FSI.
Yeah. Break the sound barrier using a G80. No high power certification needed, which is a cool thing to just be able to do. Like, in theory,
Wow.
you could just fly this at a park, which is insane. And 11,000 feet in Mach 1.6 using an I-243. And it says flies on any 24 and 29 millimeter motor currently in production from a C11 to an I-243. Dude, that's crazy.
Dude,
So-
half a millimeter thick. Whoa.
Yeah, it's got 0.5 millimeter carbon tube, carbon fiber fins, and only weighs 200 grams with no motor in it. A 3D printed nose cone, and AvBay specific to the 1-inch Blue Raven. But look it, dude. It comes with a fin alignment jig. It comes with mixing sticks for epoxy. It comes with JB Weld. It comes with sandpaper and a fin beveling jig. It
And a
comes
blue
with
roll of masking tape.
Does it? Where do you see that?
He even includes a roll of blue masking tape not shown below to help with perfect fin fillets.
Oh, I see. Nice. Stopper. I don't know what that's for, but it comes with the AvBay for the Blue Raven. I don't remember. Oh yeah, so it's $200 with everything,
It's
or
so
360.
complete.
Shock cord, piston, parachute, nose cone, shoulder. It's everything. 360, you get it with the Blue Raven, or as he calls it, the everything bagel. $695, you get the Rocket, the Blue Raven, GPS transmitter and battery, and ground station, and the charger. Like, literally, if you don't own anything Featherweight, you can buy this rocket with everything to fly and track it for $695, and then you have a Blue Raven and a Featherweight GPS setup as well. It's a pretty solid deal, but they are unfortunately sold out. But he had one in Argonia, and I was checking it out. Thing's pretty sick.
That's wicked.
Dougie Dollar says, I'm flying my F1 this weekend. Dude, this is what I like about you, Doug. Okay. So there's a lot of people in this rocketry world that just collect rocket kits. Some of them have podcasts and talk about it a lot. He builds them. Like, this thing's been out for a month? And he's like, yeah, I'm flying it already. The turnaround time, I'm here for it.
That's how I used to be.
Jim Jarvis got a little alarmed when I told him I'm going 10K. Dude, I remember my mom and dad got me a Mad Cow Mozzie for Christmas one year, and it was built before dinner time. I used to go hard. Mine is 194 gram dry mass. Stopper is the minimum diameter motor. Boo, boo. We just had this discussion on the last episode of the podcast, which you guys won't hear if you're watching this live for like almost a week. So sorry, you'll have to wait for that. October 6th. That will be, it's also worth noting if you listen to this podcast afterwards on October 6th or whenever, if you're listening before October 7th and October 14th, there will be no live streams on either one of those days because I will be gone on the 7th and then Matt will be gone on the 14th. So we're going to come back swinging week after the 14th. We have a really cool guest that I'm stoked about. So that'll be fun. Aren't you guys stoked for that?
I guess. Yeah, of course we are.
I guess. But yeah, dude, let's see if I can find that. He has, Adrian has been outlining that build on the Discord, I believe. Let's see. La, 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 la. Keep the people entertained while I'm Googling things.
La, la, la,
So
You guys
started
been working
your-
on rockets?
Oh my God.
I saw you've been. You started skeeting.
I did. I started.
It's skeeting, Taylor, not skeeting.
Sorry.
I did. I started building. I was gonna say something else, but yeah, I started building the Skeeter.
Wow.
Got the
He
fins
ran into the
on.
same problem everyone else did with my kit. There was a small issue with the length of the motor tube,
Yeah.
I think the altimeter
but it's
bay is the other
because
part.
a full-length motor tube, if you cut it into fours, that makes it just slightly too short for what it needs to be. If you use an aero pack.
I think the altimeter
Unless you
bay, though,
use
is
the
the other part.
flanged one.
Right, which I don't have.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to Braden about it after I texted you. And he was like, you just use a flanged one. I was like, that is a good call. That would fix this issue.
Do you have a flanged one?
No, but I'll get one. I don't have a normal one either, so I gotta buy one anyways.
Yeah, this weirdo doesn't just have a bunch of aero packs sitting around.
Wait, you bought a big bag of motor retainers.
They're all
Yeah,
slim lines.
Yeah.
Couldn't you just put a slim line on it?
If he wants to
I'm
notch
still
a
not
fit
gonna have the room for that anyways.
Just nod your fin.
I'm probably
Centering
going to
rings
just
are
notch
already
mine,
on.
because I think I have a 54 retainer. I'll go look. So, okay, here we go. Here's the picture of the Swift. For those just listening, it basically is like the Featherweight GPS transmitter, but the board's cut in half. It's really tiny. I can't remember if it was going to have an integrated mag switch in it or not. I can't remember, but it would be cool if it does.
Don't think so.
Well, unfortunate. But and then his most recent update says, I have some new plans for how to do more to eliminate frequency conflicts for the Swift. The past few months have been focused on updates and big production runs for the Blue Jay, the Tracker, and the Blue Raven, and the new F1 kit. Been a bit of a distraction. After Balzo, my plate is clear to get back these 3 new products. So, hopefully.
Oh, yes. So I was reading up about it, and if I understand it correctly, if you use the current ground station, like the ones that we have for the, I guess, now previous generation Featherweight GPS, it does not get rid of the frequency collision because it will still only have the same number of frequencies.
So you need a new ground station.
Yes, I believe. Nobody take my word for it. Do your own research. But that's what I took out of it.
Dude, I think I'm leaning back into the old ham license and Altus Metrum stuff personally. Yeah. Because I owned the Altus Metrum stuff, and then when Adrian released the app for Android, I sold it and then bought the Featherweight stuff, which, it works great once you're connected and everything, but at a big launch, it's just like a problem, and it's only getting worse, seemingly. I don't know that we haven't been to a big launch this year where somebody hasn't complained about getting stepped on by frequency.
I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go to Ultrametrium or just fly GPS at small launches.
Well, that's the problem, is I
It's
want to
like
have the option. I mean, I have the Reparix as well. I haven't tested that yet, but most of my GPS usage is going to come solely with like high altitude stuff anyway. So
yeah,
I don't have any.
I guess it would be
intention
nice to have the option to like go to Black Rock and fly
a rocket there.
But
yeah. So I mean, the issue is people can't use frequency boards. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the biggest issue, is that the switch is on the board, on the actual transmitter board. Because if people had a way to just quickly shut it off from outside the rocket, then it would be a way more easy to remedy solution. But people are
the stuff's just on for way too long.
Right.
Yeah.
People are turning them on and assembling their electronics bay. And then they're going, oh, someone has this conflict. If you're this person, can you shut it off? And people are going to be like, well, no, because I don't want to take my rocket apart. If it was as easy as
and if you're like me, you just recover your rocket and then forget to turn it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even
Same,
with
honestly.
the frequency board, like I flew it at NSL and I put my name down and checked and it was good. And then I went out to the pad and I'd installed the mag switch on it beforehand. So then I turned it on.
I'm sorry, but
when I got to the pad, and then I still had issue. There was someone else on the channel. Like the frequency board didn't solve my issue.
Is very 2006. I'm just gonna say it.
Well, that's what
There's
I mean.
too many
though.
people with the same product now.
Right.
Like, for it,
Yeah.
there's too many. Like back then, there weren't that many people with trackers, so it's like, put your frequency, okay, and we're not going to collide. Perfect.
Well, and people are going to turn their GPS on and then walk over to the frequency board and see that someone else is on it and be like, oh, well, my rocket's together. So hopefully they don't need it right now. That's just what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a bit of a band-aid solution that doesn't really seem to be working. Do you even use these? You can change the frequency from the app. Yeah, we know, but there's so many people at big launches that there's almost never a frequency not currently being transmitted on. There's 26 channels, which when there's 110 people using them and just burning them on the flight line, runs out real quick. Plus, a lot of people are running into it where they're standing at the flight line, the rocket's on the pad ready to fly, and then someone fires up and steps on their frequency. You can't change the frequency on the transmitter remotely. You have to be Bluetooth connected to it. So you have to be standing right beside the rocket. If you're already on the pad, you can't change the frequency of your transmitter remotely. Like,
Yeah, if you think about it, like at Airfest, you could regularly have 20 to 30 rockets on the pad with Featherweight GPS in them.
yeah, exactly. Eric says 26 times 2. Yeah. Well, no, because I think it's just A and B are ground station and transmitter, right? There's still only 26 specific frequencies. Because A and B are going to be the same 903, 224, whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's a really, really good product. It's just that once you're using them in a big crowd, it becomes a problem quickly. So Altus Metrum is a great alternative. I don't have any ill will against the Featherweight stuff. It's just that if I'm going to be using it, it's going to be at a launch where I'm flying high, and that's when I'm going to be running into problems. That's what happens. Plus, I really like the all-in-one solutions of Altus Metrum. Like, what I really want, I can't have, but I want a telemetrum, because then you have GPS and Pyro on one board.
Yeah.
Or we should just get Kate's, in case you weren't here at the beginning
change
of the stream.
change our Christmas wish list from the last episode.
Yeah, each of us gets a Kate,
Get us-
please. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll share
go
the
with that.
receiver. Just get us each a transmitter and Pyro board, if you can. That'd be great. Braden's tower got blowed up. Yes, it did. It looks like a Salvador Dali painting now. I'm going to keep using that joke till everyone's heard it. What was I looking at? You know what's interesting about Kate is, you know what battery it comes with? It comes with a 9-volt. So it's really fascinating to watch the crossover in the Venn diagram of people that hate 9 volts and think Kate is the greatest thing in the world, don't realizing that they're meeting in the middle with the 9-volt on board from the factory. Vern ships you a 9-volt with Kate.
That's awesome.
Doesn't the Fluctus do that? Yeah, it does. But listen, the Fluctus is cool, but for how dumb and simple I need things to be, it's just not that. Plus, there's some GPS limitations of the Fluctus that I guess I don't really understand, but there's some like altitude limitation of the GPS or the high quality GPS. I don't remember what it is, but it's lower than I would want to be flying GPS. It's lower than I have flown GPS. I mean, Eric had good Featherweight GPS the whole time with the Bob's flight at Balls, but it was because we flew it 5 minutes before the waiver closed. So, Matt, can't you send us all some fancy Garmin stuff? Now, there's a question.
I don't know
Yeah,
if Garmin would want me to.
Can you pitch rocketry GPSs in your next hands-on meeting, please?
Product meeting. Yeah, if you guys just want to give me ideas, just write me up a little list and, I'll slip them in the door of some office somewhere.
I mean, they basically already have something that will work. It just needs to be repackaged into a smaller unit with a few different features.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Or you
you're
could just-
saying yes, then, is the answer.
Yeah. I'll say yup. YUP.
Or you can borrow, we'll say, some stuff for us to do some testing.
Some kid trackers.
I
Ethan
don't think the
Edwards
kid
says the
trackers
issue
are
with
going to do it.
the issue with Fluctus is he gave up on iOS for now. Canadian 6 says, I have the app for iOS and it works fine. What's interesting is when I got a Fluctus, there was no mobile apps at all, which is, I mean, that's how Altus Metrum used to be. Everybody that was flying Altus had a laptop with them at the launch site. But I think what happened was some update made it so that he would have to basically rewrite the whole iOS app. And he was like, I'm not doing that. So if you have the iOS app, don't delete it. Even if you never bought the product, don't delete it, just in case you happen to in the future. And if you get a new iPhone, that sucks. Talk to people about Flappy Bird, dude. There's a throwback for you. Remember when people were paying like $6,000 for Flappy Bird iPhones because they still had it installed?
Yeah.
That's chaos.
Stupid.
There is a real cool iPhone app coming soon, though, called Rocket Logs by Rocket Vlogs. It's
Made by Rocket himself.
Yes, sir. It's currently in testing. It's been doing really, really good. There's a couple bugs that have been fixed that will be finalized for the release version. But other than that, it's pretty much ready to go on iOS. The problem with the software that I was using to build the app is that there's not a streamlined, super fast, and easy way to get it on Android as well. So even though I am primarily an Android user and have been my whole life, in fact, this is my first iPhone. It's the first Apple product I've owned since I had an iPod Nano when I was like 13. But I'm going to have to learn to manually do some of the things that I don't know how to do to get the Android one up and operative, which I'm hoping to just be able to crack into and get figured out pretty quickly after Midwest Power. But we'll see how that goes. But it should have the Android version out pretty soon. So that will be pretty cool. I have several Android phones.
iPhone, iOS, you mean?
Yeah, what did I say? Android?
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant the iOS one. It's been tested on iPads and stuff too, so it's ready to rock and roll, dude. I was gonna like do a little sneak preview of it for those that are watching this, but this phone's dead, so that's not gonna work out. Sorry. So he's focused on the newer app, etc. Otherwise, for the older app, it was going to be a rebuild. It was due to the framework he was using no longer being supported. It happens. Yeah. So I mean, maybe he'll swing back into it, but I did see there was a lot of animosity towards him for that on the Rocketry forum. People are like, I guess I'm selling this. Like, yeah, well, you know, happens, I suppose. Well, let's talk about what we got going on for Midwest Power.
Matt?
Right, sick.
Yeah.
Matt West Power?
Gonna bring my demon there and probably a couple other rockets. Sorry.
Are you going to fly your demon?
I was thinking about just bringing it there to show. I don't know what I'm bringing. I want to bring the
Oh, you
Skeeter.
have another motor. Right.
Yeah,
He
there'll
has
be
tons of motors. He
Yeah,
also
I
has a
forgot about the
2200.
Yeah, I forgot about those.
this guy's
And,
You're loaded.
no, I just have a bunch of motors that I bought really cheap.
Yeah, you have a bunch of motors. You've got a bunch of motors.
It's not the same, Matt. And honestly, you're a little bit classist for that one.
Okay.
Mr. I have a degree, punching down on the dropouts. Disgusting.
Okay, I'll step back.
It's like Matt always tells me, have you thought about getting a job that pays more?
I haven't
Dude,
said
I
that
know.
recently. Oh, jeez.
I haven't said that recently. Yes, but you said it. That's the point.
That's pretty low of me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you might as well just grab one. They're handing them out. Postart, why didn't you get one of those yet? You idiot.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like
Dumb
money, actually.
Yeah, you're right. That's kind of stupid to have like reliable income. That is
Yeah.
whack. Oh, we got a new order on the merch site. Let's see what we got. Shout out to, unsurprising, Eric Beavers.
Wow.
Thank you. And
Thanks, Eric.
William Farner was the first person to order something from the new AGG merch site this afternoon at 2:18 before we even podcasted or live streamed. I just posted on Facebook and he bought a couple of shirts. So shout out William Farner and Eric Beavers. Dang, I'll tell you guys about Eric's order after. This is what's really cool about the new website is I can see people's orders. So like with the old website, I could see what sold, but it wouldn't tell me who bought it, right? So now,
Yes.
like if I want to do a giveaway or something and I'm like, you have to buy this, and then I will be able to see that you like, oh, I'm going to give a random person who bought this. I can actually see who bought what, which is great.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of good features of the new website.
It was the Teespring creator, right? He made a new website after he sold Teespring, and they ran it into the ground and stopped shipping stuff that people paid for.
Yeah, he's like, I'll make another one, and it's going to be even better than when Teespring was good.
That is pretty sick. And it has been pretty sick so far. So anyway, thanks, Eric. We can put it on the TikTok shop.
Oh, perfect. Actually, maybe you'll sell a whole bunch.
Dude, no, the TikTok sucks, dude. They're like, oh yeah, you got all these followers and now you're part of the TikTok creator program, but we're only monetizing videos over a minute long. I post a bunch of 20-second videos and they all get 500,000 views. And I post a video that's monetizable and it's like 200. Like, I have 35,000 followers, 200 views? Really? It seems very systemic to me. M650 or M1350 MDL3? Oh, M1350, I was going to say. M650. But he's asking versus the M1315.
I'd still do the
Me too. It's just a good motor.
Because it's
Same here.
It's hard to beat a minimum diameter long burn because it's so satisfying.
Yeah, because they go straight and perfect every time. At least in my experience.
I will say, if you have one of those like situations where it kicks off the pad, it is very unsatisfying. But if it goes straight, it's like having a back massage. You're just like, yeah, just keeps going.
That's so weird. A back massage. I mean, I can see what you're saying.
When it's traveling at a high rate of speed laterally for 10 seconds, you just want it to end. Yeah,
it's like a car wreck.
Stop burning.
Dude, I can't believe how straight the bobs just went again. That rocket is special. Let's see if I can find the video. Give a sneak preview. It's going to be this day after May.
Did you use Eric's new tower?
Yeah, here we go. I don't think you guys are going to be able to hear this, but those watching, you can see this. Should be able to anyway. And for those listening, it's just the flight last year, but a little bit straighter.
Dang, super straight.
Look at that, dude.
Wow.
I'm not convinced it's possible for that rocket to do 50,000 feet on that motor at Black Rock, because I don't know how it could be better than that.
Yeah, I don't think you really could.
Oh, Dougie Dahl has sent 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Welcome, Ben B, Quentin Troll, Sandy, Vibov, I think, and Brian. Brian Morley, you're now members, and you can see all the behind the scenes stuff. So thank you, Doug. We appreciate you. I always wonder if that feature is working, because I think Eric tried to do it. There was no upper level winds. Yeah. There was a ton of them when we flew it last year, but it went 49,295 feet this year. That's about as good as it's going to get, seemingly. Go to Alamosa and Photoshop the background. Oh, there you go. Alamosa, that would break the waiver without doubt. They would for sure be unhappy with me. All right, now I'm going to pull up Racero and see what that says. What's the Alamosa elevation?
It's like 7,500. Or, yeah, something like that.
Right. We'll do 7,300 because it was at 47.5 compared to the last one. So that was pretty close with these Racero settings. It says 57,631 feet at Alamosa. Just a cool extra 8,000 feet.
Does anyone know if they're doing a launch at Alamosa next year?
Well, they do one every year, I think.
Like a big one?
Regional launch. It's just not NSL. I think so.
I don't know. I didn't find anything about that, but
maybe see.
I'm just stupid. Maybe I'm a big stupid idiot. You know what I mean?
You gotta make that a soundbite.
Well, I'm pretty sure they usually fly at that launch site, right?
Well, they do monthly launches, but I wasn't able to find anything about a big one. Second
Saturdays, May through October, usually at 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. and when people start flying. Usual waivers 15,000. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they will now. Pretty sick. Rumor is, and it sounds legit, SLV Rock now has 100K call in. All right, I'm taking my 1960 project there. It's gonna land.
Where did you see that?
Well, that's what Eric says.
Oh.
Don't put that on me, anybody from SLV Rock. I didn't say that. Eric Beavers did. I'm throwing my boss under the bus. They're doing the Sputnik launch, but not NSL. There you go. Good morning. Are there any American universities that have student-built liquid fuel and reusable rockets capable of vertical takeoff and landing? I have no idea. I got no input for you there. Dougie Dollar says, I think so, though. So there you go. EPFL. Oh, man. Well, should we rank some candy bars or something?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. You know where's a good place to get candy, by the way?
Five Below.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Five Below is it.
No way. Really?
Yeah, dude.
There's one in the mall with the...
They have a
Rainforest
huge
Cafe.
candy. I mean, because it's Five Below, because it's for kids 5 or below.
I thought it was for $5 or below.
It is
okay.
dollars, Matt.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's all just trash.
It is a lot of trash.
I mean, it's like this. It's like the stuff that you would buy with tickets at Dave and Buster's, but they're selling it.
That's a good point. That's a good way to put it.
Dougie Dollar says, Eric is at LV for Vegas. No, that's San Luis Valley. That's where NSL has been in Alamosa, Colorado. Carl Robinson says, how's our friend at BPS Aerospace doing? He had that beast of a motor he was building for a space shot. He's going to be pissed if he hears you call it BPS Aerospace, not BPS Space. I'm just kidding. I don't think he's really going to care. He just posted a video about that like an hour ago. So we got to go watch that after this.
Got to try Brahms for the first time. Ooh. What'd you get, Rob?
Yeah, we got to know what's good.
Yeah.
Well, we know what's
Nigel's
good at Brahms.
here.
So we got to see what he did.
Nigel, you want to tell the people about your merch?
Yeah.
Nigel the Rocket Hat?
What do you have to say? He doesn't have anything to say right now.
He looked very not in the mood to talk.
He looked
He was having a good time.
peed off at you.
Yeah, he was not happy like that.
Okay, I have an interesting pitch here. Similar to the last episode, $5,000. You have $500. Okay, you can buy one rocket kit, and that is it. You can spend money on like shot cord and parachute for it or electronics, but you can buy one rocket kit, and it has to be a kit. What are you gonna get?
Can I use it as a down payment and for something a little bit more than that?
No. That's why I didn't make it higher than that. I was going to do 1,000.
Probably.
I realized you're just going to say the Black Fly because it's mine.
I'll go with the 7.5-inch T-Lock.
Yeah.
See, I would do that, but I already have a big Sumi that's like the same size.
What? So what? You think you can't have two big stubby rockets? Imagine drag racing 7 T-Locks, Taylor.
Why we could drag race Sumi T-Lock?
That would be sick too.
Well, I thought about this and I was like, why do I want a 6-inch Demon? Because I'm like, oh, it'd be cool to have a big rocket that can like fly on ends. Well, I have like 14 feet of 7.5-inch phenolic that I haven't allocated to anything yet. Like, I guess I could just build a rocket. Did you sell your pieces yet, Taylor?
No.
All right, can I buy them from you maybe? I gotta decide more.
What do you need that much phenolic for?
What if I want to build a 7.5-inch Talon?
You're not going to.
I think I need a 7.5-inch Iris again, but the cardboard one's not quite enough. But the fiberglass one was too much. So fiberglassed phenolic with 1/2-inch fins is right where
it really is a good compromise.
Yeah, the problem is then I'll have two at once again.
If I was given $500 for a kit, you know what kit I want to buy?
What's that? Matthew Myers from Olathe, Kansas.
From Olathe, Kansas. Reporting in Shawnee. I would like to buy the Featherweight F.
Too bad you can't have it sold out.
Well, I'm just saying if I could.
No, you wouldn't. You're lying, Matt. You're a liar.
I think I would. I don't. I would say that I don't think that I'm lying in this case. There's a good chance I'm not. But
I think it's just because you had the page open and that's what you're thinking about.
I just it. Wait, are you saying to me that you wouldn't want an F1? I think it's a pretty cool rocket. It's light.
I think it's pretty cool, but I don't want a rocket that small that my big fingers have to work on.
Oh, okay.
These sausage fingers, no way they're going to work on something that size.
My fingers are pretty skinny for my like size, but even still, no, I'm hard passing on that.
Maybe he's got a like solder together kit. I can do that with my software hands. A solder F1 kit. You know?
Yeah, I
Soldered
mean,
the carbon together.
Yeah, somehow.
your egg timer worked perfect.
It did fine. It did fine.
Yeah, it did a great job of firing the charges right next to my head.
That's what they do. Okay, so that was by design.
I don't think that's the plan at all.
I know.
Dude, Taylor last episode's accusing rocket vendors of tax fraud, and now Matt is accusing vendors of designing electronics that intentionally harm you.
What I said was not correct. Can you edit that out in the live?
To be fair, there have been some vendors, I'll say some that aren't around anymore, that have definitely had some tax fraud.
I definitely don't think you should say that, and I'm not editing it out because I don't want to. You're creating
Man's about to catch
heavy
a
lifting
defamation lawsuit. You're about to catch a defamation lawsuit.
I didn't call anyone out.
If you say so. I guess there are a couple that
I said vendors that aren't around anymore.
Yeah,
this is all for entertainment purposes, so this could all be,
Hear me out. Egg Timer needs to make a Blue
radio
Raven competitor. They kind of already have a telemetrum competitor, don't they? They have one that's got GPS on board with Pyro. Quasar, I think.
Yeah.
Chat, let us know what you're spending $500 on. You know what mine is?
What?
No, never mind. That's stupid. I was going to say the 5-inch Wildman Patriot, but I have a 5.5-inch one that I haven't built in the garage, so that would be really dumb. I kind of forgot about that. Let me go back to the drawing board here. What about you, Taylor?
Sorry, Nigel looked like he was going to jump up here. I don't know. I mean, my instinct is to spend all 500, but I don't know what I would want for that.
Can't do that. It's against the rules.
What?
Can't spend it all. You can spend up to 500.
Okay, yeah, I know, but I don't know. I mean, I'm still thinking about that 4-inch interceptor, but I want more than that.
Man, so greedy with it.
I guess, but if I were buying one right now, I might get a 4-inch interceptor just because I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
Jayhawk is a little too much. Intimidator 5 is a little too much. That's what I wanted for a long, long time, and why the 5-inch Punishers happened. Because I wanted a 5-inch dual deploy rocket with a 98. And now, look at that. The 5-inch Punisher is cheaper. What about the 5-inch AMRAM, Taylor?
Not interested. I don't. AMRAMs past a certain size just are like too much to deal with.
I could join the Mat Club and have a 5-inch Demon. Oh, the Lance. The 5-inch Lance.
Oh, a 5-inch Lance would be kind of sick.
But I want a 5-inch Lance Bader. He just doesn't make one.
Dude, those are cool.
You're cool, man.
That's a lie.
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're crazy, Braden.
In what way?
Yeah.
You're kidding me with that. You're just going to fizzle out like that? Matt, I just got a message on Discord that is for you. Remind me after we are done podcasting.
Okay.
Let's see what Locke has for $500. The 7.5-inch Phoenix. Kind of sick. Not going to lie. How much is that there 12-inch mini mag?
Aren't those like 800?
750. Yeah.
Rip.
Man, that's a lot of money.
What about the 7.5-inch?
That one's like too cheap for the budget. It's like $280, $265. Dang, I kind of just want one. That's a pretty good price. What about a 7.5-inch Patriot? Right.
What about it?
All right.
Sick.
I'm like not a huge Patriot guy.
Eric says, is that a Corgi or a fat Jack Russell?
This is a Corgi.
Canadian Sig says, I would ask Wildman to build me a 7.5-inch Dark Star Extreme. And he would tell you to find another $700 and he'll make you one. The Rocket Child says, a Force 10, me and my mom are drag racing ours at LDRS. There you go. That is like really maxing it out. That thing is $478.
Have you seen the Mad Cow 3-inch Avalanche? There's a LDRS 43 3-inch Avalanche, $400.
I think you missed LDRS 43. They drag raced those. I mean, you didn't miss LDRS 43. You were there, but I don't think you can buy that deal anymore. Oh, Canadian 6 says, I thought you said 5,000. That was the last episode. Telemetron plus receiver and antenna or bulk egg timer quirks. That's not Rocket Kit. Get another telemaker. All right, I think people are missing the plot here. It's all right. It happens. Let's see any updates, any further merch orders. Oh, yeah, actually, 2 more. Let's go. Shout out to Dougie Dollars. He bought the first poster.
Woo!
There we go, dude.
Thank
That's
you.
sick. Doug, I feel kind of bad that you paid for shipping because if you would, well, you would have had to buy. There's nothing like $5. 'Cause if it's over $50, you get free shipping, but you basically would have had to spend double. So never mind. Josh Nichols also bought a T-shirt. Oh, he got
Nice.
the blue one. Hey, that's cool. I want to see these, dude. Awesome. Eric, do you care if I tell the people about your message that came with your order? Because it shows it to me in the back end. Patriots are awesome. I flew my 4-inch log Patriot on J315 and went supersonic last launch in Grand Junction. Yeah, dude. The 4-inch Patriot is like my go-to suggestion for people's first high-power rocket. I built one in an hour with 5-minute epoxy, and then it got flown on a J motor and it was fine. Eric says, do it. He said, Addison got the pink hat and hoodie. The fat guy shirts are for me. So I'm excited to see the turnaround time on these. I'm looking forward to it. So thank you, people, for ordering. That is, if you want to get a last-second order, it's Anti-Gravity Group -shop.fourthwall.com. We are pushing to fund another Punisher flight at LDRS, and Doug bought the framed poster. Honestly, it's kind of, from my perspective, kind of worth it. Because then trying to get a different post or a different frame and having to do it myself, kind of a nuisance, not going to lie. I don't know where, I haven't put it up. My picture of my iris from LDRS at Bonneville. I framed that,
Yeah.
but it was kind of a weird print size, so I had to buy 2 of the cheap Walmart frames and then use half of each one to put it together. But there are really cheap poster frames if you just want to go that route. But the frame actually looks kind of nice on the framed one from the website. Who knows? Postart, are we going to Winco?
I don't think so. That is 30 minutes away now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Man,
But it's all right. Because
Stinks.
We could go to Stater Brothers.
we could, yeah. Or we
Dude,
could
there's-
go to Amazon Fresh.
Yeah, dude. As much as I
Shout
don't
out.
want to... Yeah. It's hard to give
like-
credit to Jeff Bezos, but Amazon
but
Fresh
when they
kinda
got
sick with it.
$2.97 Sun Chips, I gotta
Dude,
put a little respect
all the chips
on
are
the name.
$3. They got
Yeah.
slices of pizza
Dang.
for $1.97. They got Ben and Jerry's ice cream for $2.50, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on.
that's dangerous.
What a
it's
And you
steal.
just-
insane.
You can go in there and log in with the shopping cart with your Amazon account and just like scan the QR code, and then you just put stuff in the cart and leave, and then it charges your Amazon account.
Dang.
Dude, I if I had a choice between ice cream and whatever it was I had last night, I'm never having ice cream again.
Oh yeah, he had his
Whoa.
first experience with the Italian like cheesecake parfait thing.
Oh.
Unbelievable. Changed my life.
Rob Doherty says, I'm flying my 3-inch Avalanche on 1019 on a K2050 in Grand Junction for my level 2. Thank you, Eric. Nice. Have we
Sick.
seen the BPS space video? No, I haven't watched it yet. We were planning on watching it after this. After we go
I've
to
seen
Amazon
like half
Fresh.
of it.
Oh, you started watching it? I didn't start watching it yet.
Yeah, before the podcast.
I was watching a video about the lady who claimed to be in one of the buildings on 9/11 and wasn't. And then she like got appointed to be like the tour guide for a 9/11 memorial museum in New York City and like did a bunch of talk shows and stuff like that. She headed a whole like 9/11 survivors support group. She just wasn't there.
What?
Wow.
Who's
That
that?
is
Crazy.
crazy.
I can't remember her name. But
Wow.
yeah, there's I think it's called The Woman Who Wasn't There. It's a documentary.
It's a good name because she wasn't there.
Yeah, because she's a woman who wasn't actually there.
Yeah. Yeah, I see how they worked their way to that title.
Yeah. That's pretty sick.
It's funny. It's like a psychological thriller that goes inside the mind of history's most infamous 9/11 survivor. They're like trying to pitch it as if they're like, there's a big twist. She wasn't there. What should we call the movie? The Woman Who Wasn't There? Yeah, okay. That'll make people curious how this ends.
It is
My
kind
buddy-
of interesting. Yeah, go ahead.
Dougie Dollar says, my buddy Justin from TRF rebuilt my Cato Avalanche and mailed to me from California and sent me a new kit too. Hey, nice. Going to fly foreign
Dang.
trucks on a Loki M motor. Which one would you fly it on? M1650 cocktail. That motor's sick. Is it on Netflix? I actually don't know. What were you going to say, Matthew?
Nothing super important other than just like it's interesting of people that try to take advantage of other people's crises. There was this one, I forget the name, but we watched it. It's this woman out of maybe Utah. She faked that she had cancer.
Oh, yeah.
And people were buying it for a long time. And anyway. Pretty effed up, if I do say so.
Apparently there was a whole YouTube video about like people who grifted 9/11. It was crazy because there was
wow,
a few hundred people reported missing that didn't even exist on 9/11. Like people just like wanted to be a part of it, I guess, which is crazy. What a crazy thing to be like, I gotta get in on this.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
It doesn't look like the woman who wasn't there is on Netflix, but the woman who wasn't there is on Pluto TV. Looks like Amazon Prime.
Is it on YouTube? What is it?
It's on YouTube as well.
Is that the one we were making fun of, Braden?
Fubo? That's some
Fubo, right?
It does show it. Yeah.
It is on Fubo.
It is on Fubo.
You can find the woman who wasn't there. Yeah. The woman who wasn't there is at Fubo. She was at
That's Fubo TV, by the way.
Yeah, there we
I
go.
think we got it because we had a free trial, right? We were trying to watch golf or football or something like that.
Bowling. We were watching the Tournament
bowling.
of Champions this year.
Yeah. Dude,
Or
prime
Masters.
time on Fubo. That's crazy. Bowling's on the come up.
Yeah.
That's like saying
What
you
about,
deployed to Afghanistan and never did. That is unbelievably common, actually.
Wow.
What were you
I'm
going to
not
say
sure
there,
what
Taylor?
sling is, but
Oh, I've seen Sling get slung
I like how
around a bit.
One of the things on Google, if you search the movie, it's like, oh yeah, you can watch it on Plex. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that is mostly just like people's servers of torrented content is how
That's
Plex
what
works.
that's
I like typing in movie names into like the Google search bar, and then you just put Google Drive in the search term afterwards, and there's always one. It's great. I'm a big fan of that.
That's
Except I don't do that, obviously. I never watch them because that would be piracy.
You're a big fan
just
of the
look it up.
concept that people have told you about.
Yeah, I just look it up, but I never watch it.
Dougie Dollars says, isn't there a donation link that you forgot to post? Why, yes, there was, and now it's in the chat, but I'm going to not pin it since we have the merch site pinned. We're going to do one more refresh on the merch site and see if we've sold any other merch, which we have. Awesome. Oh, Doug ordered another poster and a shirt.
Oh, yeah, he said... He made a comment earlier that said cancel the first order if you can.
I'll see if I can. I don't know if I have the power to do that, but maybe. Oh, I can. Cancel items. Boom.
Maybe confirm beforehand. Let me make sure. I'm like 99% sure of that. Let me find it.
dude, I only watch stuff on Tubi.
To be or not to be.
Tubi and Tubo. If it's not on those, I don't want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He said cancel the order and I'll get a shirt too. Free shipping is me. I still want the poster serial number 1 though.
Okay, well, you still get the first one if I cancel this one because nobody else has ordered one. So there you go. I canceled it and all is well. And we lost a little bit of income for that, but that's just how we want. We want our people to get free shipping. Also, I suspect there's a reason specifically Doug asked for the donation link. So let me check that before we get out of here. But yeah, okay. Any last rocket questions, comments? Throw them in the chat now. Taylor, what are you flying in Midwest Power?
Well, if I can get my S together, I'd like to fix the Sumi and fly it on a L1520 and 4 I600s.
Whoa.
Banging them all on the ground. Yeah.
Dude,
That's
what?
Kind of
crazy.
nice. That's gonna go
You have it?
hard.
Huh?
You
No,
have an elf wood? Oh, blue and red. You're pinking
Pink,
it.
baby.
I was like, you bought a
pinking
4
it.
grain 75 red line mode? It's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Taylor would never do that.
I might do it for the sumo. I might do it for that.
A big red flame in that thing would be sick.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well,
also-
there it is.
And
We
then
got. Oh, go ahead.
What are we doing?
Well, we got a good head start on the Indiana Punisher Fund. Doug sent $199 through the tipping link. Thank you
Whoa.
very much, sir.
Dang.
Thank
Thanks,
you
Doug.
very much. That's awesome.
That's going to pay for our Tubi subscription.
Which is, of course, necessary.
Anything left from that is going to go towards the Punisher Fund.
You're right.
Just Taylor's Tubi subscription. What the F?
It's hilarious. What were you
Tallest
saying,
rocket
Taylor?
we've built. Well, someone in the chat asked what the tallest rocket you've built is. I think this 12-inch Punisher, right?
Yeah, it beats anything
Yeah.
I've done on my own.
16 feet.
Otherwise, I
Right.
just build dumb short rockets.
I've
What's 16 feet in
done.
meters?
If it doesn't need 5 pounds of nose weight, I'm not in it. Kind of the same
Wow.
as my Tubi philosophy.
Yeah, same.
You're just living by the Tubi lifestyle now.
Live by the Tubi, die by the Tubi. I think the tallest rocket I've built by myself is the Iris, and they're like 12'4", and then the Ultimate Dark Star is 12 feet.
Oh,
The Arcus looks stupid tall, but it's
Oh,
a foot
You
shorter than the
look
Punisher.
stupid.
Canadian
It's all
citizens die at
skinny-like.
DP. That's right, baby.
The
Even
Arcus
though-
is shaped like Postart.
It is. That is true. It's all right. Taylor's shaped like his sumo.
That's foul.
Dude, Taylor's going off on. He's accusing people of tax fraud. He's body shaming. He's going nuts. Unbelievable out
I mean,
here.
body shaming. I just said he's tall and skinny and has red fins. That's all I said. And a red nose cone. Look at him.
You
He's got
just implied that. You just said he's Postart shaped. You didn't say any of that other stuff.
All right. Well, I
that
think
was the point.
that's pretty much going to bring this show to an end. My name is Braden Carlson. You can find me right here on YouTube at Rocket Vlogs, or if you're listening elsewhere, you can find me on YouTube at Rocket Vlogs. Follow me on Instagram at BigB1011 or Rocket Vlogs Official, and follow Rocket Vlogs on Facebook, Rocket Vlogs. We just hit 200,000 followers. I got to stop saying we. It's me. It's not we.
It is all of us.
No, it is not. It is me. Deborah Harris, $25 donation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That's all I got, I think. I'm out of it.
Now, my name's Taylor. You can catch me watching Tubi all night, every night.
My name is Shane or Postart. You can find me looking like our Arcus.
Wow. And I'm Matt, and you can find me right here.
We
That's
are the
it.
Anti-Gravity Group, and if you never tuned into any of the live streams after a podcast recording, and this is your first time listening to this, we're sorry. Let us know what you think. Contact at aggpodcast.com. We are the Anti-Gravity Group, and we will see you all next time.
We might just hear from Nigel the Rocket Cat. Load up the professional masterpiece, you can bet on that. A launch and a chat with them is guaranteed to be a blast. It's the Anti-Gravity Group Podcast. Ooh.